$73,886.
We're finally successful game developers.
Well, we're
maybe.
We're at least not in debt anymore. So if you're only here for that number, I guess, then
that's how much we made, by the way, for our latest game release, MO98.
It's almost 3 weeks out, so that's the revenue in the first 3 weeks, and we worked about 100 days on it. Well, you and William
Two
did.
people, yeah.
So it's a story. So if you just came here for the number, leave a like, subscribe. If you're here just to hate watch, because you hope we were going to fail once again.
They keep watching because
yeah,
there's some stuff you can hate us for.
Yeah,
exactly. We're gonna dive into some more of the numbers because whilst $73,886 in revenue sounds very nice, and I mean this is kind of like the meme of like crying with the money bills. There were a lot of issues, I would say, with the game's launch still, where maybe this number could have had a 1 in front of it. Maybe not. There were some things that went wrong. I mean, there were kind of a lot of things that went wrong, but still, we're kind of bawling.
Yeah, and we learned.
Yeah.
I think is also something, like in one way or another, I think we kind of botched UPT. Like we did really well with UPT, but we kind of didn't fulfill the full potential. I think it's kind of a similar thing with MMO98.
Yeah.
Like we have a very nice result. It's by far the biggest game we ever released. Well, the most successful, not biggest. And I feel in some way we might have still like not gotten everything out of it.
Yeah. So tiny quick recap. What's the game? MO98 is it's an incremental game. People didn't really understand that though. There's some issues with that. It's an incremental game where you run the infrastructure of an MMO game studio in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and it's all done through a Windows 98 UI basically. How did we come up with that game idea? I was salty. I was watching Payne Robinson's video about like making an incremental game. He's the developer behind Execute, and I'm like, fuck this guy. I can make a game like this myself. How hard can it be? And that is genuinely like, I just texted William with like the idea or something, and then we just made this. And it kind of worked. There's like some other things of like Chris Zukowski. He wrote about this in like the article of like the Great Conjunction, and like right now is a great time for small games. Bunch of reasons. We were like, let's make this. We needed money because the studio was not doing super hot as well. So, okay, let's just dive into the numbers, I guess. What do you want to dive into it first?
Maybe
wishlist?
Yeah,
or?
I would say let's start with wishlist so people know how much we had before the launch, and then when we launched what happened, because that's also a weird graph. You will see a lot of weird graphs today. So
there's a lot of things that are not standard. How they're supposed to be happening, basically.
Yeah. I think we have a gift for that, because I remember like Chris Zukowski, like almost every game we ever released, he has no explanation on how we did it. It's like, wait, you did what? I think this is the perfect example of how we did it again, because you can't explain
I mean, I also have some issues. So, okay, right now, just looking at the dashboard, we have 43,320 outstanding wish lists. So those are after like conversions and after deletions. The number is kind of even more nuts. So if we go here, total lifetime wishlist additions is 55,000, 7,000 deletions, 4,726 purchases. So 8.7% conversion rate. This is a little bit below average, I would say. Like Steam says insufficient data. I think Kyoto Anomaly, but I think it's also the thing of like the bigger your data set is, like the lower it's gonna be. Kyoto Anomaly is sitting at 20%, and I think Unicycle Pizza Time is at like around 15%. Now this is still kind of early, but I would be expecting at this point to have hit 10%, 12% if you're doing good conversion-wise.
Yeah. But that, like, I don't know, we don't really structure these things, so I'm just interrupting randomly. But I think one of the reasons for that is probably because a lot of people feel like the price might be a bit too high.
It's gonna be price. I think we can make an entire video about like pricing as well. We priced the game at $6.99 USD, €5.99 Euro, I think. And I think we could have done $1 less. Yeah. But I was like, I want the game to be priced a little bit higher rather.
For sales,
and then know that, hey, there's going to be discounts for the next 3 years down the line, and they're going to slowly increase. Could we have done things like higher launch discounts and all of those things? Yes, but I think there's also a balancing thing of, okay, yeah, sure, we can do 10% more discount, but are we going to get like 15% more sales from that. Or if you have 10% discount, but you only sell 8% more, you're kind of technically losing money. But yeah, hey, lifetime conversion rate number looks nicer, even though maybe revenue-wise.
Yeah, but for example, when Steam, Summer Fest,
Yeah.
Summer Sale, damn.
When we go on sale, it's gonna still, this game is gonna keep selling, because now we did 10% launch discount, 20% launch discount is gonna start at the middle of June for our first discount, and we have the summer sale as well. And we just build up slowly over the next half year, 2 years, basically, of however long it takes, up to like probably 40%. It's kind of like the refund, like not the refund rate, the percentage that all of our games kind of cap out on discount wise, because I think it's just a fair number. So funny things, date first wishlisted, February 18th. This is when the store page went live basically, which is like what? 2.5 months from now, and it was basically 2 months before release. So once again, Krzyzewski is screaming right now at us, because once again, this is not ideal. We wanted to join this game in Steam Next Fest still. We had the Steam credit, and we're like, fuck it, we ball. So right before the Steam Next Fest, we made the Steam page go live. And then let's take a look at this fucking thing, this graph, which is about the most dumb thing. This is the wish lists from now, or like from, yeah, basically between when that first store page went live, February 18th, up until when we actually record this video, which is a few days before you're seeing this. This graph is somewhat, let's talk about the biggest spike, because...
Yeah, okay. Let's play a game, audience. What do you think the biggest spike is? So we released the store page, like it came live. We participated in Next Fest and we launched. I mean, when did we get the biggest spike?
I mean, they can see it right here.
Don't look at the dates. Don't look at the... Yeah, it's also... Yeah, Steam Next Fest can't be past the release. So yeah, it's weird.
The day our game released, we got 12,676 wishlists. We get more wishlists in one day than like 95% of our audience gets in their lifetime, which is a very unique thought. I sound like an asshole now. I'm an asshole art. Don't worry, I'll probably make some more controversial statements later. Yeah, so this is the biggest spike, and it kind of just ruins everything else. Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna actually do is I'm going to remove the filter, or like make the filter go up until the day right before release, so we can see a little bit better the rest of the graph. Okay, so up until release, we got 27,000 wishlists, and we kind of released at 26,000, 27,000 wishlists when we hit the big green release button. So we basically doubled our wishlists since release. Okay, this is the graph. It's more readable now. So first day came, we put the store page out, and we got, what is this, 14 wishlists. Not that many. It was kind of low key. Yeah. I think we
only times 1,000 it later on. So
what drove this first big spike of wishlists was two things. So this tiny spike was just one Japanese press outlet picked up on the game organically. I didn't actually reach out to anything. I just checked my wishlist like the next day, and suddenly I was like, huh, 200? What happened? Because we didn't have a trailer or anything yet at that point. It came down then, and then Steam Next Fest started, and we went to basically 1,000 plus at least every day, and we peaked at 2,000 wishlists at the end of Steam Next Fest, like the final day. I didn't expect this. I don't think anyone expected this, because once again, the Steam Next Fest was kind of a thing of like, hey, why not join this?
Yeah. In like 2 sentences, why do you think it exploded?
I mean, that's the question of like, why did MMO98 perform good, right?
Yeah. 2 sentences.
Okay. I can do it in probably 2 words. Okay. Nostalgia bait genre slop. Okay.
You used the worst 2 words to describe it. Okay, it might be accurate, but after saying it, the audience can't get wish lists.
Your microphone ran away. I don't know how long it's been.
I don't know either.
So what do I mean with nostalgia baits and genre slop? I'm just saying words here. I think the game, probably the #1 best thing we did with that game, whether you want to say it intentional or not intentional, is I think the visual style, just from showing a screenshot to people, sells the game very strongly. This kind of also bites us in the butt. We'll talk about that later. And the second thing is we make a genre that's hot right now. Incremental games are a genre where even bad incrementals are making 10K right now often. And we're making an incremental. And I think those 2 things combined, having a very strong visual appeal and then being in a genre that people actually have a demand for as well, those 2 things combined kind of drove the interest basically. We see this visual appeal also Actually, I don't have a screenshot of that right now. We can pull it up later. So this is kind of twofold, these wish lists. It isn't just Steam Next Fest. This is also our trailer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up 1 second.
The trailer like banged.
I think banged is an understatement.
Like, okay, no offense, but I didn't think the trailer was like that good or anything. But I mean, like when I say it banged, it was like, for some reason, it just got 200,000 views.
Yeah, so let's talk also a little bit about the behind the scenes stuff. You guys, if you're subscribed to only this YouTube channel, will actually not have seen the trailer because we started with this game and kind of our previous games as well, but they're not out yet. We're splitting up Bite Me games and Bite Me's games. Very easy to understand, I know, right? I was kind of sick of you guys being like, oh, the only reason this game succeeded was because of your audience. And I'm like, hey, we're splitting these things up. Also, it's kind of getting more messy with like, especially now that we have an audience for both game dev and games, they kind of don't really belong with each other. So we have a second YouTube channel. And a
second Discord.
Yeah. And I made a trailer, the announcement trailer for MMO98. And the first few days, I uploaded this on our own YouTube channel. I wasn't even really like our own YouTube channel is in like the brand new YouTube channel. This channel right now has 511 subscribers, and you can see here from the statistics, this trailer alone drove like 3/4 of that. When I uploaded this trailer, we had like 100 subs. Not even, I think 60, 70 or something like that. We made the trailer. It performed above average the first days, getting a few thousand views until Thursday, February 27th. And then at the same time that Next Fest was going out, so February 28th, YouTube just spiked. It got like, what is this, 30,000 views in a day, 15,000, 10,000, like...
Before people say it's because of the store page, it's different, like...
Yeah.
It's not YouTube in Steam.
Yeah,
so it's not
an embed, basically. So if we go back to our wishlist actions, I think it mainly blew up on the 28th, and the 27th was when we got like 50,000 views in 2 days. So you can see there's more of a spike here. And I think this is my theory. I don't know if this is proven, but like, you know, the Steam algorithm, all hail it, also looks at things like, for example, hey, if you're driving a lot of external traffic to the Steam store page, that has some level of reward function as well, versus only getting visits from Steam itself might be different. I don't know. This trailer, because it got so many views, even after the Steam Next Fest ended, we had a very good baseline of about 400 wish lists a day on average, I would say, for a long time. Long tail for this game was very good. Like even a month later, when the trailer wasn't really getting many views anymore, like kind of it's dead now, 52 views in the last 48 hours, we were still pulling in about 100 views, 100 wish lists, per day. Because we didn't have that many marketing beats. Okay, Next Fest we had the trailer, and then we kind of had nothing until I think this is our release date trailer, these spikes. So the second trailer we made, the release date trailer, also we uploaded once again to our own YouTube channel. It didn't perform nearly as well this time, 5,000 views. I mean, nothing to scoff at still, for once again being an unknown channel. But we did also submit this one. I didn't submit the first trailer to Game Trails because I actually thought it was kind of too bad, almost. Like, I think my trailers are pretty good. But the Game Trailers one, you know, the like IGN sub-channel, got like 50,000 views once again. And I think that is that thing of, if you look at this thumbnail of the game, MMO98, this super nostalgia core, like also with our Steam capsules, you just want to know more. You kind of don't really fully understand what's the genre as well from the thumbnail.
Or you think it's an MMO.
Yeah, so that's kind of, some people did definitely think, like, we got a lot of comments. Some people thought it was an MMO, some people thought it was a strategy game. And I think that was a big problem. We got a lot of viewers, or like a lot of wish lists from people who kind of just saw the game and didn't really look into it's an incremental game. Now, there are people who make points of like, oh, that's your fault for not making it clear from your store page as an incremental game, and to do those...
The first 3 words.
An incremental game, okay, sure. And then if we go to our Steam description, a short 4-hour incremental game.
Oh, you added the time.
I added the time as well after launch. But yeah, it used to just say a short incremental game. Those were always there as well. I don't know, man.
What more do you want?
What more do you want? I think it's an incremental game. It just doesn't look like your Nodebuster slop, basically, with Chain Lightning. And I think that's kind of where some things went wrong. Okay, so wish lists. This was then from the trailer. We once again made like 2,000 views from 2,000 wishlists from the trailer, I would say. Codespec.com, and then we go to like 2,000, 2,400 wishlists a day.
But that's popular upcoming,
This is
right?
popular upcoming, because at this point we had like 20,000 wishlists or something. Popular upcoming was guaranteed. We got another few thousand wishlists, and then the game released, and then yeah, the day of the game release, poof, massively blew up. I cannot show you Steam marketing data from like analytics and impressions. Steam doesn't want me to show you that. I've talked to the Steam team. I can talk to you, however, about one of the ways. You know how we got a lot of on-platform impressions for MO98?
No.
For a time, the moment that MO98 launched, if you clicked here, we were the second game in there.
Oh.
So we got, I think it was...
why?
Because we just had enough like traffic
Okay.
and like conversions and all of that. For, I think, a few hours, we showed up here to every single person who just like wanted to look up something. So
Damn.
this is right now, we got like 4 million impressions or some ridiculous number from it. We got 8 million impressions from new and trending, and then I think 2 million from popular upcoming.
So basically what you're saying is MMO98 is better than Uncharted.
Yeah.
They only get position 4.
No, it's like temporary as well. One other thing, kind of, this is gonna be a long video, I feel, somewhat marketing related, kind of locking into success, is we SEO optimized our game. I don't know if you know what that means.
I know what it means, but how did you do it? Because like SEO is like search engine optimization. When you type in something into Google and you optimize it, you get higher in the ranking basically,
Yeah,
without being sponsored.
So for example, if you look up like game dev YouTube channel,
Yeah.
SEO would be making sure that Bite Me shows up first, for
yeah,
example.
instead of all of the other
anyone else,
worse ones.
So let me show you the SEO. I type oh, we're not in there anymore. If you type MMO in Steam, we still show up. We used to show up like #1 if you just like typed M basically, or MM. I think there is a non-insignificant amount of normies who are like, I'm just gonna look up MMO because I like playing MMOs.
Okay, so basically we need to have the genre in the title.
I guess so, yeah.
Because you know, for the next game that you don't know about yet, this is just us talking. You don't
Yeah,
have to
we
listen.
kind of have...
We need to make sure that the genre,
It's
if
like,
we type
for
it
example, you have it with Desktop Defender and a lot of other games. You often just type in desktop, and most of these games, like Desktop Raid,
in, you have to make sure you're in there.
they're kind of in there. The MMO one was just so like, once I saw it, I'm like, huh, I guess that's kind of smart. But
Yeah.
I had zero,
there we are.
Zero plan. This is just for me because I'm the developer. Don't worry about that. Yeah, so you do have that thing of like putting the genre in there. I don't think it's a deep strategy. I think also it's just because MMO is just such a...
Yeah, it's not very...
It's just what so many people want. We didn't make an actual MMO. I think that's kind of the problem, but yeah, I think that's still okay. Do we have more to talk about the wishlist? I think for now...
Yeah, let's go to the next topic or we'll be
not
here 2
really.
hours.
Yeah. This was the wishlist before launch. After launch, I don't really track wishlists anymore because then you're just looking purely at, okay, sales numbers, basically. That's the thing that matters more. Okay, so sales spike for launch. This is per hour, basically. The first hour we sold really well. We did a launch live stream where, of course, we did ask, hey, if you want to give the game a review early on, because that helps us with the Steam algorithm and all of those things as well. After the initial spike, it actually went down, and then we went up again. I think this is because of just the time zone of when we released our game was kind of a non-US friendly time zone. Oh, we didn't talk about that actually. We have to go back to wishlists, regional wishlists.
Oh yeah, we maybe also later need to talk about the CCU and so on.
Yeah, I realized that as well, but let's quickly talk about regional wishlists.
Yeah, the US is the biggest part, and we didn't release at the optimal time.
Yeah,
for the
we released
US.
at like 5 in the morning US. Brazil, same time zone basically. Once again, everyone was sleeping when released. Russia, I'm actually surprised these guys are this high. I think because Russia was one of the only ones we got content creator cards from. Oh, that's another whole nightmare.
We're gonna be here for
This is a long
Yeah,
video.
because like once again, if you compare it to our previous success,
There's still no content creator coverage for this game.
yeah,
I
like,
don't get it.
UPT was carried by content creators and nothing organic, basically.
Yeah.
And this game is carried organically, but nothing from content creators.
We sent out emails to
We
like
are so black and white always.
180 content creators. I think like 4 covered it, and none of them went over 10,000 views, basically. BiteMeGames is by far the biggest content creator about MO98 still. Yeah. Even now, weeks after release, when we showed up in New Training, all of that, no content creators.
Yesterday I got like a notification. It was like, oh, someone is covering MO98. I was hyped on Twitch, and it was like, oh, 4 viewers.
It's always like 4 viewers, 2 viewers. It's always sub 1,000 viewers basically that covers. None of the big channels like Real Civil Engineer or Alexa or a bunch of these other ones, Splattercat, nobody really seemed to want to cover this for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe unlucky timing and they got a lot of other emails. Even like big incremental YouTubers didn't cover it. They didn't respond to like my follow-up emails or anything either. So I was like, this is one of those things of like, this game could have maybe gotten like 20,000 more wish lists, so to say, if we had content creators actually cover this. But I don't know what we would have done differently to suddenly make content creators want to cover this. We send out the emails 2.5 weeks in advance for the release build. We gave them all the information. We had a press kit, all of that. Anyways, I think otherwise, this list is pretty okay. I think Russia was one of the only ones that we had big content creators for, like Russian live streamers. And I think that might have driven why we had a certain amount of wish lists. Kazakhstan, it's also Russia, it's just to like bypass sanctions. Consider Kazakhstan part of Russia. Okay, I shouldn't say that because that's probably some political stuff. But like, consider people buying from Kazakhstan on Steam in your like statistics, consider them as part of Russia, as like the same audience. To bypass some sanctions. Otherwise, it looks very normal, I would say, in terms of these countries. So I would say that is fine. China is actually surprisingly low, only 310 wishlists. Seems like you got 0 penetration on the Chinese market. You wanted to pull up CCU numbers.
Yeah, because this was really, like, I know you and William, you were trying like to detach from everything when we, MMO98 related, when we launched. And it was like, I was just like clicking refresh on some things, and it was like crazy how at a point we were like over 1,000
no,
CC.
We never hit 1,000. No? 953
oh, never,
was
953.
We didn't hit it, but yeah, our CCU went up crazy.
Yeah, because also I was like looking at it, it was like 90 or something, and I was like, oh, we just reached the record from UPT, and I was like, oh, nice, we're gonna do well. And then it just like, I refreshed, and it was like 200.
We
I was like,
10x basically Unicycle Pizza Time's concurrent launch numbers, and this is not a multiplayer game. Unicycle Pizza Time had that aspect of you would also pull in 3 of your friends to play the game, basically.
Yeah. And it was like every time you refresh, it just went higher and higher until, well, we peaked, of course, but
yeah.
What do you think about the fall off?
You want to go into the fall off already?
I don't think there's a lot to say about I think we just...
Let's quickly speedrun the earnings.
Sure.
And then let's talk about the fall off.
Sure.
Because
no, I meant the fall off in CCU.
Yeah, but that is related to
True.
the fall off as well. So if you want to know the fall off, you're gonna have to. This is called engagement beta or something like that.
Yeah, it's something like the biggest, the most expensive thing is at the end, or whatever.
Okay, so $73,886 in gross revenue. Sounds good. Of course, refunds, chargebacks, and taxes gives us 60,000 net revenue. Then this is the number that Steam takes 30% off, which, what's that come down to?
Like
40 something thousand dollars we're going to get. Still pretty good, right? For 100 days, we already have a guaranteed $44,000. I can live with that, yeah. So Steam lifetime units, 13,423, okay. Lifetime retail units, so these were the keys we sent to content creators. We actually had about 18 content creators cover the keys. These other ones was like playtests and people we knew and all of that. But there wasn't much in terms of otherwise activations. A little bit under 10% refunds. This, I don't want to dive into deep. It's part of the fall as well. This is low if you look at all of Steam combined. Then it's about 12-15%. Do you know the refund rates for Unicycle Pizza Time?
16 or something.
25%.
25.
Unicycle Pizza, it's a rage game.
Yeah, it's a rage game, so it's kind of expected at some point, but...
Yeah. This is high for the genre. Okay. I have to say, a lot of other incremental games hover between 3 to 5%. Why is this? I think once again, expectations and issues on launch. We'll talk about the fall off soon. And then median time plates, that's here. Steam says it's average. The game was designed to be about a 4-hour experience. We had a lot of people seemingly lose on onboarding. I don't want to go too deep into these stats because also I don't fully know how to read these best. If you want to self-interpret this, this is kind of what I was looking for. Average time placed 4 hours and 20 minutes. Nice. That's kind of what I was gunning for, basically. So it's like, I guess this is fine. It's not ideal, but I think there's not like a very clear big issue. You could be like, oh yeah, you have a big issue with onboarding because you lose half your players, and then afterwards, once they go through the first hour, they kind of stay until they finish the game. The people who play this game for 15 hours, 18 hours, I don't know, they're playing the game in a way that I didn't really design it to be played for that long.
Yeah, because we've seen some crazy numbers, right?
Yeah, there's some of them. So I think that's okay. I want to talk also about some revenue maxing stuff we did. I read a how to market a game article about like, oh, should you do DLC? And one of the things that he mentioned was like, oh, if you have a game that's over like 20,000 wishes, or like it's a gold tier game, which we were barely in according to his metrics, add a supporter pack. Always add a supporter pack because it's free money. So we actually did that. We have 2 DLC actually. We have a soundtrack and we have a supporter pack for MO98. Here we go. The supporter pack, this is kind of just, if you want to give the developer more money because you like the game, you can buy it.
You get some cool goodies in.
Yeah, but like actual gameplay wise, doesn't really influence much.
Yeah. It's like you get a picture of a cat and, well...
Spoilers, yeah. The goal of a supporter pack is you kind of want to maximize your dollar per hour cost for this. Like you add something that you can do in like 1 or 2 hours. Maybe it's like a special like PNG or something, just to like be like, hey, thank you for your support. In our case, you can upload your own wallpapers for the like Windows backgrounds. So there's like, you can put local file, or for the game boxes. You get a skin for Norman. You get some gold Norman skin, and you get pictures of, this is my cat, Karma. And then also Thomas shows his pussy over on there, and then Jamie and William as well. That's it basically, very simple. And this actually sold, I would say, pretty well. Supporter pack, we can see here $1,419. For once again, I think this was like 1 or 2 hours of work. Really solid. Soundtrack, $428. We did get a custom soundtrack commissioned for M198. I think it's a really good soundtrack. And as part of that, we also we have like the rights to sell it ourselves. This is not a revenue share or anything. We pocket 100% of this basically. $400. The supporter pack is $5 basically, and then the soundtrack is $2 because it's like half an hour, and I'm like, you know, $2.99, sorry. And then €2.50 basically. Oh, we actually have 2 positive reviews. I never looked at that. Sidetracked. It's so nice. Okay, lovely soundtracks. It was a really good soundtrack, I would say. And then we had bundles as well for these. We'll dive into bundles in a second. One more thing, Mac revenue, $1,726. Mac revenue was actually one thing. We have official Mac support, because we had a Mac Mini from like 2.5 years ago or something.
Yeah. When we built
ran
the pipeline.
Yeah. And I had it with me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just see how much effort is it to get a Mac built, and it worked basically flawlessly. There was like only one, like we're doing one thing with Windows API calls, but that only works on Windows, and it's like very neatly handled. It works, and I'm like, hey, actually, I'm going to officially support this. I can test this stuff out myself, and I mean, I think definitely the amount of work needed, $1,726, worth it. I think our future games, whenever possible, I want to still port to Mac. Linux, we don't officially support Linux. Please don't buy the game if you're on Linux. Almost. Okay, that's maybe a weird thing, but like,
it's just problem, right?
Yes, but there's a lot of problems with Linux because we haven't validated the game for Linux. Depending on the distro, we got a lot of bug reports as well from Linux. And then the problem as well with Linux users is when they make the bug report, they don't say, hey, by the way, I'm running this on Linux. So then there was like these bugs where suddenly like our scroll bars in Unity don't work anymore. It's like, how is this? I can't validate this. And they're like, oh yeah, I fixed it by moving to another beta version of Proton. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't want to officially support Linux. The game runs on Steam Deck. Steam Deck we do validate, but if it's not on Steam Deck, I don't really look at that. So I guess that's the revenue breakdown here. Do we have anything else? I don't think so. Do we have any other stats or should we talk about the fall off? Oh, bundles.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about bundles. We made 2 bundles. The Gold Edition, this includes soundtrack, supporter pack.
2 bundles with our own.
And base game. Yeah, we did more bundles as well. The Gold Edition, like basically these bundles just give an extra discount if you buy everything. If you bought the game, or you can buy the game with the soundtrack and the Gold Edition, I think is 15% discount. Yeah, average bundle discount 15%. It made us some more money. I think the goal of these bundles is kind of just to like nudge people to be like, hey, maybe you're gonna forget buying the supporter pack later on, but hey, if you want to support us now, if you can just do it all at once.
It's only $1 if you do it.
We do it more, yeah, indeed. So that's kind of we're gonna keep doing this. I think self-bundling is very nice, always, to do bundles with yourself if you can. Also from our previous like Anomaly games, for example, we noticed that bundling with yourself is always a massive W, basically. It's free money.
Yeah, because we have a catalog, we have like the Bite Me collection.
Yeah, the Bite Me collection doesn't really do much because I think that's kind of too big and too broad, but especially
the idea behind it is what I mean, like, sure you can do it with other games, but what he means in this case is just basically your DLC is bundled.
No, like also, for example, Overtime Anomaly and Kyoto Anomaly are part of a bundle. They're the
sure, because they belong together.
Yeah, they're like same genre, they belong together, and because of that, Overtime Anomaly gets more visibility from Kyoto Anomaly's launch, and you get like spikes on both. Whereas if you bundle with someone else, you yourself don't really gain as much monetarily.
Yeah, you gain like half.
Yeah, if you don't bundle with yourself, there's more stuff with that. The soundtrack, that bundle, people did not care about this, $67. Supporter pack, the Gold Edition, way more of the total sales volume. We bundled with a lot of other games. I'm not gonna dive into all of these.
Are we allowed to show this data?
Yeah. Okay. Because this is also one-sided data. So we do not know how much the other developer made. So for example, we did a bundle with Execute. This is our highest selling one. I do not know how much the Execute dev made from this bundle. Yeah. Payne Robinson, I think you need to treat me to like a dinner or something at least with all of the sales you got from me. That's my guess. But how the kind of problem or benefit is that this might have been lost money almost. That's kind of the whole thing with bundles. There is kind of a bit of a discourse on it right now. I'm also changing my stance a little bit on it, where there is the meta of you bundle with every single person under the sun.
Like we did here.
This is pretty chill still. There are developers with 150 bundles per game.
Oh yeah, that one game you mentioned.
There's more than one.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of them. The problem is if you bundle with these games that have every single bundle, we did end up bundling, unfortunately. We did end up bundling with them. Here, Void Miner. So we did have a bundle with him, and we sold $1,546 worth of bundles. So you might be thinking, hey, sounds pretty nice. $1,500, sure. The problem, and this is the thing that you can't really have as much data on, is how many of these people were going to buy MO98 regardless? Because otherwise you've just given a 10% discount. Once again, it's a trade-off of, okay, I'm giving you a 10% discount, but people may have already gotten the game. Will this 10% discount for people who already bought that game convert to 10% or more than 10% ideally in sales?
Yeah, but you're also on someone else's Steam page, right?
So that depends.
Yeah,
Some
I know
developers,
it depends on the ranking, right?
So you can pin bundles.
Yeah.
Some developers pin bundles. We did that for Execute and for Corporate Overlords. This was another game, All Hail the Orb, released on the same day as us. We both pinned each other's games at the top. And that's how you get the most benefit.
Yeah.
But for example, I think a bunch of these games, we don't pin because there's only 3 games you can pin at most. If you don't pin, you will still see the bundle if it is the cheapest option on Steam. So for example, we had our 3 pin bundles, and then Void Miner, we didn't have a pin. But if someone owns Void Miner and that is the cheapest bundle, then that bundle will still show up on Steam. And that is that kind of thing of like, maybe we lost money with this. I don't know. I think definitely for our next games, I want to change how we do bundles, going for less bundles, but making all of them quality. Maybe this is something dumb, but you can kind of see it here of like, we have bundles like Corporate Overlords and MO Factory. These are bundles that I think really belong with each other. MO Factory is a bundle of MO98 and then a Windows 95 inspired automation game. Mm-hmm. Different genres, but the art styles 100% match. Mm-hmm. And I think those styles of bundles that actually really complement each other perform way better than just being like, oh, I'm gonna bundle with everyone under the sun, basically. Because I did speak to the developer of MO90 of Click and Conquer for this bundle, 1,300 or 1,400 bucks almost. You want to guess how much money he made from our bundle the first week?
How expensive is this game?
His game is very popular. And it's like a few bucks as well, like $4. I don't know exactly.
Like $1,000 then?
0. And
Ow.
that is what I mean. The people who bought this bundle all already owned his game.
Oh, yeah.
And
Just
because
for
of that, this is basically, we lose money. Even though it says on the bundle, like this might have been the 10% you could make a case of like the people already bought it because of that 10% on top of the launch discount they were convinced of, I'm gonna buy this game now. You don't have data on like...
Yeah, if they already have X game, you just get a discount.
Yeah.
It makes sense because you have in Steam like the complete the bundle thing.
So that is the thing. There's like, this is something that is kind of evolving like right now in the game dev meta. So there is no perfect answer. Some people swear by doing the bundle with everyone strategy. Some people are more like, yeah, fuck you. If you don't want to like only have 3 bundles in total, then I don't want to bundle with you. We're gonna keep going. Like we can keep on going on that. One thing that does really work is mega bundles. So this is if you take like 8 games in the same genre and then bundle all those together. And then they also have hard requirements of they always need to be pinned. Everyone has this mega bundle pinned permanently. Those can work as well. I don't want to make this a whole drama thing about like bundles. I made a video about it a while back over there. It's not that simple of like just bundle max, is my opinion. I think there is more nuance to it. I think if you can do bundles that make sense, that you can actually see, hey, these are good teams, they make sense. If you're just bundling like any other game, that's a different story. I think that's all of the data.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the fall off.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell happened here, bro? Because like we were rising for like 12 hours.
We're making so much money.
Yeah, and I just saw the all-time peak rise and rise and rise. I went to bed, I woke up, and everything exploded.
Okay, so part of this is Steam time zones.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's always dips. You can see those dips. That's just like Steam has more users active and less, basically. So people were going to bed here. That's part of it. What happened is our game got worse reviews. The game had good reviews right as we launched because of you guys, our audience. You kind of also knew what the game was going into it because you've been following somewhat the development. That was not what a lot of our players were expecting.
Yeah, I think like a short incremental game, like some people didn't like the short part.
Yeah.
They didn't get it, even though it's 3 times on the Steam page or whatever. Maybe 2, don't quote me. Yeah. And the other part is incremental game. Some people also did not get that. And it's like...
They wanted, basically, like a lot of people wanted like management games. So there's other games like Let's Build a Dungeon or MMORPG Tycoon. We are not those. But visually, it might look like the game is deeper than it actually is. So that's problem number 1. People were expecting way more.
Yeah, 4 words were the issue. Oh, well, part of the issue.
Yeah. Second problem, because we've made some other mistakes, don't get me wrong.
For sure.
Late game balance was kind of fucked. And also, like the problem it was fucked was because the players, we did like some playtests, but the players in real life played differently than the players where we playtested with. And I think that's once again because of expectations. Going in, it's a short incremental game versus, oh, I'm thinking this is a management game, and we had people spending 1.5 hours on their first prestige, whereas I designed the game once again of you prestige in 10-15 minutes. Where we had people being like, oh, I seem to be stuck after prestiging 43, like you do a development round to build up your prestige, and they were doing 43 development rounds. And it's like, my brother, I designed it to be at most 5 or 6 that you were going to do. That was like my idea, because the cost scales like exponentially. They were just waiting it out. And I'm like, that's not how the game is supposed to be played, but I can't like yell at them for that basically. That was a problem, and then late game resource sinks, once again, were not there. People played the game differently than what I expected. It's kind of what it comes down to, which also then translated to bad reviews of people with like the 8 hours of gameplay being like, I wanted more, this game ended too fast. And that's kind of the like, okay, I get that you want more, but that's not what the game was designed for. So I can't like immediately massively expand. That was problem number 2. Problem number 3 is we're too honest.
Yeah,
This is
I think
the elephant in the room.
I think it's probably one of the biggest things, and I think what you did, first of all, like also what you did is that I don't mean it that way.
Maybe we should say what I did
so
first.
On release, there are a lot of questions on what is the future of the game.
Yeah.
So good guy Marnix, I think it's good guy.
We do this for every game, by the way.
It's integrity, and he mentioned like, hey, we're releasing a game. Honestly, we're not planning on any big feature upgrades, but we're doing bug fixes, some balancing, all those things.
Because the game, when I released it, the game was done.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like
we had a scope for the game. We had a vision for the game. We finished it. We probably even went too far in the vision already because like the auction house was.
We wanted like
we wanted something, yeah. But and then it's like we are honest to it to our audience. I mean the gamer audience then.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't want this. I want early access 3 years support, basically. And it's like...
Yeah, kind of like, we should have just shut the fuck up. That's basically it. But the problem is like also it's a difference of our previous games are just such a smaller scale. They're like less than a tenth of this game. Where with like Unicycle Pizza Time and like Forge Industry, we also made these posts of, hey, here's what to expect next. And it kind of the goal is to be like, hey, we're not leaving you guys behind. We're going to keep updating this game with like smaller things, with like feedback and like quality of life, all of those things. It got interpreted as
we're abandoning the
we're cash grabbing the game and we're not doing anything anymore. And that led to us getting effectively review bombed, I would say, because we went from like 75% to 59% in a day. All of the reviews were calling me names and like bad, like grifting cash grabs. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? I just wanted to be nice because there are other incremental games that I'm not going to name that promise a bunch of extra game modes
and just never
features.
Deliver.
And then 4 months later, when most of the sales are done and you can't refund the game anymore, they're like, yeah, actually, we're not doing these things anymore.
What's that game about?
I'm not gonna talk about that game anymore. But yeah, that's kind of the thing of like, I didn't want to be like those developers because I think what they do is morally worse.
I think
even though financially it might be smarter.
Yeah, what they did is financially smarter, but I think what you did was integrity.
But I didn't think about the long-term consequences. I ended up deleting that post because it was so much hate we were getting.
I don't think next time if we release a game, I don't think we should make a post.
I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, but I also don't think we need to promise things that we are not planning to deliver. Because that's just a scumbag move. It's just like, just let people be. We're never going to talk about it.
Yeah.
You'll see if we want to make more or not. I guess that's what people want.
So that was definitely a big problem as well. And then the problem is once your reviews go down, the moment you hit mixed, your visibility goes down a lot as well. And okay, I mentioned this in like previous videos. Okay, it sucks. We have somewhat been able to recover.
Yeah, because yesterday we were in mostly positive. Now we're in mixed again. It's like 69%.
So what we did is we went from 59% to 70%. Yesterday we hit 70%. 1 week after launch, we released Service Pack 1. That was a big update basically that added towards late game progression, like resource sinks. It improved upon some of the balancing. I went through the entire skill tree again based on what I now know of how people are actually playing the game and not just our playtesters. And a few other small things. I don't remember what exactly. And then I made an update video. I made an update post like, hey, this is Service Pack 1. If you want to go and give the game another shot, I think you're going to like it a lot more. And then go and respond to a lot of negative reviews. It was miserable. I was like, I need to do this. Yeah. And we did actually manage to turn some of the negative reviews
into
positive ones. And that kind of did help us go up. Earlier, yesterday, basically, we were still at very positive. I think we got one more negative review coming recently. So we're back 1%, now 69%. So now, once again, the algorithm is hitting us of go fuck yourself. There are big impacts here.
We're on the edge. We are edging right now.
We're edging right now. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even really expect us to recover to 70%. I thought it was a lost cause. I didn't expect us to ever go from 59%, especially with 400 reviews. We needed to get
10 positive, 0 negative.
Yeah,
and to
way
see
more.
To see a difference.
For every percentage, it was so much more that we needed to get, and it's a scale that I don't think we can hit. So I'm still very happy with this, honestly, as well. At this point, we have some thoughts as well for service pack number 2, like because I keep looking at like the Steam discussions and things like that.
Yeah, guess what? We're not abandoning games randomly.
Yeah. So the thought would be to have a service pack 2 come out before the Steam summer sale. That's kind of the idea of like, it's not 100% of our dev focus is on MO98, but it's still something that, hey, we're working on this in the background, and then before the summer sale, and then we'll do like a Steam visibility round or whatever, basically, to kind of still recover. Because that's the thing, the game is still financially successful. We get this question often of like, hey, but if you made this much money, doesn't it make sense to keep working on the game?
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, from a financial perspective, it makes sense. But if the game doesn't have any clear, like, missing points, like, there was like a feedback point of like, I want to go and play inside of the MMO. And it's like, that's a cool idea. But
hell no.
that's a different game at that point. You're making a strategy game then, and not what we initially designed the game for. So that's kind of the
I think there are genres that lend themselves a lot better. Like, for example, a factory automation game, I think is a lot easier to expand upon. Because you can create a new building with a new mechanic or whatever, or like a management game. But since we designed the game to be
like this.
Yeah, like this, not too big of a scope, all those things, there are a lot of choices that have been made to limit things. And now it's like, let's put the brakes off, and it's like, let's just open the floodgates, add a lot of, in my opinion, probably things that will make the game worse.
Yeah.
Just because people want more, that's not the best solution, I think.
There were some things, yeah. So yeah, I think those are the main points. Is that everything for this short financial update video?
It's been like an hour.
Oh my god, it has been almost an hour.
You're gonna have a monster edit. But yeah, I think for the people that's still watching, either you're sleeping or you're really invested in us, I guess. But a short like recap, because we said a lot.
Yeah.
I think is we kind of had a lot of luck, exposure, whatever you want to call it, with Steam Next Fest. We got a lot of wish lists, got us into the discovery queue. It made us balloon even more. The rich gets richer, that kind of mentality. That's literally what Steam does, by the way. Then on launch, we kind of kept exploding, we kept gaining track. Then the problem started because people got a lot of time in, where like there's a lot of late game mechanics that were not that fleshed out, or no resource sinks. The post about, hey, we're
leaving.
We're not leaving, but you think we are leaving.
This is a wrapped up game for us.
Yeah. And all of that made it so that the reviews went down, meant the exposure went down. We didn't get as much traction on Steam anymore because we're not at a Switch anymore. And then we made a service pack to show, hey, guys, we don't really just want to leave you guys for, and this is not the final product in the end. Then people went happy again, and now we're in this edging state where
69%, 70%, 69.
Yeah. This is like one of the few times in my life that I don't want the 69.
Maybe final quick recap. What next for this game? So like now we're 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks later. Our revenue in like yesterday was $685 gross, the day before 483. I think it went up a bit because we were in mostly positive, and once again Steam Discovery Queue pushes you a lot more. I think what does this game still mean for the studio?
I think this will remain a very important game for a while for us.
Until you release your next game.
Yeah, guys, you're not ready. This is by far the biggest game we've made since Forge Industry.
Oh, scope-wise, you mean?
Yeah, maybe even bigger than Forge Industry. Either way, don't think about it yet. That's another video. But I think what we need to do with this is make sure that the people that are discovering the game for the first time have a good experience.
Yeah.
So that means, for example, the Service Pack 2 you mentioned. Like, I don't think we should just move on. I think we should monitor the feedback and see if there are any quick wins, or whatever you want to call it, on how to make this small thing that we have, it is a short game after all, more polished.
Yeah. You're not recovering entirely from this launch, but what we can do now is try to optimize the long tail, because if we're looking at this, let's say we make $500 gross on average a day still. Yeah,
it's like $6,000 a month.
That's still a lot of money to just have come extra into the studio. It dwarfs all the other like game dev revenue that we have.
Is it 6,000? Can I count?
Close enough. Like if you keep in like the Steam, like 5,000. What I generally do is like, okay, $500 a day is $15,000 a month gross, but then kind of half of that is what actually hits our bank account in euro. So 7,500 euros a month.
Yeah.
Still, that's very solid. That's more than like, to give you some context, like we make more in like 1 week for this game, for example. What is this?
I think it was 1 day.
Yeah,
No?
like one, but like even now, like after release, this is kind of like Kyoto Anomaly lifetime numbers. They were pulling in a week. So to kind of give you some context of like, we are still, this is a 10x game compared to the rest of our studio.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the thing as well. So let this video be the hopium. All it takes is 6 games.
Yeah.
And 4 years.
You joke about it because you're like, everybody will smile like, haha. But you know, years ago we said, we still say it, we just gotta put in the reps.
Yeah.
I mean, we are putting in the reps.
Just keep going.
This is just stupid stubbornness. Like, oh, I flopped. Okay, I'll just try again. Oh, I flopped. I just try again. And at some point you hit. Like,
so you just get better as well. Like
yeah,
this, if we would have gotten this game idea for the first game we would have made, it would have never been nearly as good.
Yeah, I think there's a clear evolution in our games. Like Forge Industry was unique. In a way that you see that there's not enough mechanical depth, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that was the downfall of that game. Then the games we cancelled for a long time, I think they all had similar problems where we didn't understand more the large parts about what makes a good game. Then I think UPT came out. I think UPT was the oh shit moment where it's like we can actually do it. And I think I for example learned a lot from UPT. And it's like okay, let's move on. I think then Overtime Anomaly, Kyoto Anomaly. What I think we learned from that is polish, because I think those games are more polished than, for example, UPT. Like UPT learned us for sure. Like,
is there any polish on UPT?
No, because it's like
it's made in a month.
Yeah, but like UPT learned us. I think what makes a game fun, and I think, for example, the Anomaly games learned, hey, this is polish.
How you make a good game with like no bugs, basically.
Yeah, like the no bugs, polish, those things. And I think once again, this game taught us things, but I don't think it's like a clear thing in this.
You know what
it's
this
all
game
coming
taught
together.
me?
Gamers are trash.
No.
Okay.
I like making money. That's what I realized. I just
Who doesn't?
No. Like, I see this a lot with a lot of other developers when they hit it big, they kind of start slacking because they, you know, I made $100,000. I don't need to immediately make the next game. And I am just like, brother, I want more of this. Let me make more games. I want to work harder.
Like, but we're so deviating from the topic. But like, I remember when I was talking to you and William. We have like one-on-ones, and I was like, William, what are you gonna do now? You should probably take a break. You worked a lot in the weekend, and he was like, oh no, I'm playing like games for an hour, and then I'm continuing on the next game. And I'm like, that's a bite me mentality. Let's go.
Yeah. So. There's more stuff coming. We're still on the journey to build $1 million studio. This is just $100,000 game.
Yeah, we're just hamsters in a wheel and we can't stop running.
Needs to keep going faster and faster.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of have to, because like this is like, by the end of the year, I think we can gross 100.
Easy,
yeah. So that's only a tenth of our goal of becoming a $1 million studio in 2026, right?
Yeah, so if you want to join us on the journey, then be sure to head down below and subscribe. Because we make videos every week, 2 times every week, basically.
There's a lot of banger games. And if you thought this game was good or one of our previous games was good, just you wait.
Just wait till you see what he's been cooking up.
Yeah, or what William is cooking up now.
Yeah, what we're cooking up. So thank you very much for watching. This was a very long video. I hope you still got a lot of thoughts and feedback and all of that stuff basically here.
If you fell asleep because it's such a long video, sweet dreams, bro. and thanks for the watch time.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.